Used to be a thing of science fiction, a familiar sight in futuristic films like the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Total Recall.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cat. Where can I take you tonight?
Drive! Drive!
Would you please repeat the destination?
Oh, anywhere, just go! Go!
Now, though, driverless taxis have arrived in the cities of Wuhan, for example, in China. They'll be operated by the tech firm Baidu, and for now, they're restricted to set zones. For the first time anywhere in China, they'll be carrying passengers without a safety driver on board to monitor them. Baidu's permits go into effect today. Shelly is a tech commentator. He joins me live now from Connecticut. Shelly, it's been a while. Good to have you on the program.
Good to be back.
So your thoughts on this? Would you get into a car without a driver?
Absolutely. Wouldn't even think about it, of course. Absolutely. Especially these cars. They are supposed to be level 5. They're driverless, meaning there's literally not a human being that's driving. But they're in special zones. The roads are a little wider than normal, so the cars can easily navigate. And also, some of the areas of those roads have what's known as V2X, or vehicle to everything communication, where not only are you using the onboard computers in the car to steer it, but it's also sensing the world around it, because there are sensors in the side rails and the street lights and what have you. So it's a pretty safe environment, but it's a very exciting test.
Yeah, I mean, China is normally, first of all, I'm too much of a control freak to get into a car like this, but maybe I could be persuaded. China is normally very conservative when it comes to taking risks in these types of technology. Were you somewhat surprised that they ended up issuing these permits?
No, it's interesting. You're right. They generally are incredibly conservative when it comes to this kind of risk taking. But it just goes to show you how particularly safe they believe this is. There are millions of test miles that have been driven. I think we're going to learn a lot. Like, how do you clean a car, a taxi with no driver, between, let's say, someone who became motion sick in the car? Is the car, how are they going to deal with all of the real things that happen in the real world? They're going to learn a lot about this in this test, and I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, so how does it compete, though, for example, with other taxi companies that do have drivers? I mean, is the idea mostly at this point through costs, by making their rides a lot cheaper than cars with drivers?
So this is a race to the bottom. Right now, it's somewhere around $2 a mile to put a driver behind the wheel, and it's somewhere, call it 30 cents to have the car drive itself. There's less maintenance, there's less of everything. But everyone's going to try to do this. So if someone can do it for 30 cents a mile, someone will do it for 28 cents a mile, and down to the bottom. This is a transition we're going to see from where we are today, where companies sell cars, to access being as valuable as ownership. And then ultimately, the question is, do these automotive companies become mobility companies? Is it just about getting you from here to there? Do you need to buy a car if you can press a button and get a car? And by the way, if you use ride hailing now, like Uber or Lyft, those cars, as far as you're concerned, they drive themselves also.
Well, just walk us through what this means for the future of transportation in China, but also what the rest of the world can learn from this as well.
Well, I think, look, there's a simple way to think about it. I grew up in a car culture where a BMW was the ultimate driving machine. If it drives itself and I don't drive it, there's a new utility. What is it? The ultimate safe getting from place to place machine. Now it's about pressing a button and getting from here to there. And that experience is going to have to be different. And the costs are going to be different. And how we approach the second biggest investment we ever make in our lives in America, right? First is your house, the second is your car, and for most people. So what does that actually mean for businesses? There's a lot to be said here. What does a convenience store look like for gasoline, where you go in there and you're buying salty snacks and things that are bad for you, and lottery tickets if you don't need to stop at a gas station? There's a lot packed into this particular test, and if they get it right, there's a giant economic impact. How close is it? I don't know. Some people say very close. This is the first time we've seen a level 5 car out in the wild doing its thing. We've seen some trucks in America. We haven't seen taxis. So I'm watching this test very closely.
This is a big, big deal. Shelly, always good to have you on. I love your enthusiasm, by the way.